While you live, shine. Have no grief at all. Life only exists for a short while, and time demands his due. Good day, everyone. My name is Hannah, and I am loving, living, and inspiring through classical music, shared experiences, and lessons learned. In this video, I'm talking about what is said to be the oldest piece of composed music. This is said to be written around 200 BC and 100 AD. It was composed on an actual tombstone, and it was actually an epitaph. And the name of it is called Seikilos epitaph. Now, I'm gonna put a disclaimer. I am probably pronouncing this wrong. I've looked up how to pronounce Seikilos, but I've seen different versions of it being pronounced, some being Seikilos, some of it being Seikilos, and it could be something entirely different, and I just was having trouble finding how to actually pronounce it. So in the Seikilos epitaph, it has this beautiful inscription that is literally carved in stone, and it says, "While you live, shine. Have no grief at all. Life only exists for a short while, and time demands his due." This piece popped into my mind the other day, randomly, and I looked up the meaning of it again because I remember when I had first heard this in college that it was something that I enjoyed listening to, and so I looked it up. And seeing this meaning, for me, I feel that there is some wonderful wisdom and universal truth that are in these words. I've been trying to think of why this piece speaks to me so much, and I believe it's the very first couple words of saying to shine. While you live, shine. Because I've noticed within myself, and I have observed with other people, a natural or an instinctual thing of shrinking. A lot of times, and maybe it's certain personality types, they'll just shrink in the presence of others. Why do we do that? Why do we make ourselves lower to make other people feel better? I know, and for you, you might not do this. You may not have this issue, and this may not be something that you understand or relate to. But this is something, a pattern that I have noticed within myself that I am vowing to stop or work to get to the next steps of stopping myself and being conscious of when I am shrinking and letting and allowing myself to shine and be who I'm meant to be. I have a couple examples of this. So when I was auditioning for something, I remember telling my teacher about how the audition went, and I told her, you know, I was ready to go. I think I did a good job, but the maestro was there and I was really nervous. And she was like, "Why would you be nervous, more nervous that the maestro's there? That's a good thing. You want the maestro to be there." And that did make me question, because I thought, she's right. Like, I was actually kind of like, oh no, he's here. I didn't want him to be here because it made me even more scared. It made me feel like am I ready to present myself? And I've had other instances where it has been highlighted with my performing, but this happens in everyday life as well. But another performing example is one of the first programs I ever did was in Italy, and the first day I got there, I could feel myself shrinking or lowering myself as an instinct when I was meeting everyone else. It was almost like I could feel, I don't know, I guess just everyone else's energy, everyone else's nervous energy. And I wanted to perhaps avoid conflict or to make others feel better. And so I had this tendency to just kind of be quiet and let other people shine, let other people's egos be fulfilled, or let them stand out. I would kind of be quiet and shrink myself, and not really, like, I wanted to do a good job and make a good impression, but it was really hard for me to express how to do that without seeming overly confident. But at the same time, why is that our worry? Why do we have to worry about seeming overly confident or not coming across as humble, especially when it's something that you really want? I think I've learned that, at least when it comes to performing, you have to promote yourself. You might have to feel a little bit overly confident in order to actually be seen. But the thing is, it feels like that because we're so used to humbling ourselves, to shrinking ourselves. It's actually not even overconfidence, it's just shining. It's being our true selves. Have no grief at all, for life exists only for a short while, and time demands his due. It's kind of like the ancient version of YOLO. You only live once. We don't have time to shrink ourselves in the presence of others. We don't have time to put something off, to procrastinate, to wait until tomorrow. This also reminds me of a quote. When I first started teaching, there was another teacher who had in the window a quote that read, "You are tomorrow what you are doing today." Again, you are tomorrow what you are doing today. And I loved that quote because it reminded me, if I want to be able to sing and perform, I can't just let the mundane work life get to me to where, when I get home, I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to practice. No. If I want to move on to something else, I need to be doing that thing so that I can do it tomorrow. And it's funny because I'm actually teaching in that same classroom now. I moved classrooms to that classroom. And again, it's this thing of time is short, or life is short. We don't have time to waste. So whatever it is that you are doing with your life, whether it's performing, singing, or anything, do it now. Don't waste the time. We don't have a lot of time. And shine. Truly just live and be yourself. And what I have found along the way is we have no control over what other people are thinking about us. I had this thing, and I still do a little bit care what other people think, and I'm working on trying to just not care. But at the end of the day, it's not any of our business what someone else is thinking about us. So if someone doesn't like what we're doing, it could be for anything. They could just not like our face or what you're wearing, or they might just not like your name. Just focus on yourself. Be the best you can be. Be your own personal best. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. What happens is going to happen. And there's no reason why we should be carrying the burdens of ourselves that we hold on to for whatever reason, and of other people. It's like and I keep saying we. It's a belief that I have, but I know that other people might have this, so I'm saying we. But to let go, I guess it's the fear of not being liked or not being loved or accepted. But to just do what you feel is right without any regard for what people are going to think. To just do it and see what happens. So I love the Seikilos epitaph because it's this ancient thing that has been here, since between 200 BC and 100 AD, that still speaks to us today. That still, I read the words, I hear the music, and I'm like, wow. It feels like truth. To me, it feels like truth. And this classical music may not be your favorite thing, and it's not. The piece is really simply written. I'll put some links to a couple versions of this so that you can hear it. But I mean, I love it. I love listening to it and listening to the real thing. I just think that there's something to learn from what people of the past have already learned and shared, and that I want to use what Seikilos is saying. You know, I'm reading his song from a long time ago, from ancient Greece, and he's reminding me that I need to hold no grief, hold no burdens. You know, things that I've done that I regret and don't like, I'm letting go of that, because at the end of the day, that just holds you back from being your best self. And I want to shine and be the best that I can be, and I think that you should too. I think that everyone should realize the burdens that we put on ourselves, the burdens that other people kind of make you feel. Realize that it's actually coming from you, because if you didn't care about what they said or contemplate what they said all the time, then it wouldn't matter. And then use that new knowledge, that new lightness, that new weight off of your shoulders to grow and be the best you can be, and to YOLO, to live your best life. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please check this piece out. Check it out in my links below, because I think it's a really cool piece to listen to and to think about and contemplate the meaning while you listen to it. Let me know what you think about it. Have you ever heard of this before? I know some people may have never even heard of it. And yeah, let me know if you've learned anything from it. I appreciate everyone who watches me on this channel. It truly warms my heart to see that I have, I think 44 subscribers right now. There's 44 people watching me and listening to me. I appreciate that. And you know, I've been getting some comments, and I love hearing all the things that you have to say, and I appreciate it. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.